games would never end. The nights would never end. The summer would never end. You would never get to 5th grade, ever.
Unless they gave you homework to do over the summer.
Wow.
And then it came too quick.
Anybody here have to go to summer school?
I did.
Never did.
No.
No, it wasn't just because, I failed something.
No, you're trying to move ahead.
Yeah,
Right.
I was trying to get extra credits so I
Right.
could graduate early.
When you're 13, is that when it was?
No.
Trying to get into the 4th grade?
No, actually, it was when I was my freshman and sophomore year. I went to summer school at South Eau Claire.
Right.
Went to SOP.
Yeah.
And we'll forget the big fight.
You're what, 20?
No, I wasn't 20. Like 15, 16. Summer school was cool until they had that big fight. It was a big crowd of people around. And summer school is more crowded than school in the fall.
Is that right?
I mean, because everybody skipped school all during the year, I guess. They're like, oh, I gotta go to school now. And it was a big fight, and I was trying to see who was fighting, and all I saw was this big old baseball bat up in there.
Oh, man.
Woo! Man, people scattered
Yeah,
approaches
they did.
when the lights came on.
Jeez.
Oh, gosh.
But it was other than that.
Well,
it
that's
was,
a touching story.
Another good summertime
Yeah.
memory.
I hope the listeners are happy we're not depressing you now. Bash a guy's head in with a baseball bat. See, I told you we'd turn to something more positive.
Yeah.
I was trying.
Exactly.
Trying to think of all the cool things that boys do in the summer. Did you ever do this, Flake? You got your bike, and by the end of the summer, you're kind of bored with your bike, so you start messing with stuff. And so you get one of those big cinder block bricks, and you get a piece of wood, and you set it up in the road, and you make a ramp.
Every boy
Totally.
does that.
We used to
we
do
used to
one
do
better.
that.
There was a lot of construction in our neighborhood, so you had tons of dirt piles and stuff.
Uh-huh.
We set up like a 7-foot ramp off the dirt pile.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome,
Yeah.
man.
Really
we spent
cool.
all day doing
Kill
that.
yourself.
Yeah, we did.
I lived in kind of a new neighborhood where they were building a couple of houses on my street. And you know how they bring the wood in? It's like, the beams, there's 3 beams, and they're all hooked together, triangle shape. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Big beam, big triangle, pointed at the bottom. And,
Okay.
and they drop them off in these huge trucks, and then they unload them, and that's how they cut the wood from there.
Yeah.
Well, that's a seesaw waiting to happen right there.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
You get
So
real
we
creative.
get like 19 kids on one end and 14 kids on the other end and try to
was
do it
totally
back
great.
and forth. Then
And
you
then
get
you
bored
jump
with that.
off.
You get bored with that, so you try to ride your bike up it. It goes like 25 feet high in the air.
That's awesome,
Didn't
man.
you all make your own home movies?
We made home movies.
My brother, we'd find those, we'd laugh. There would be, it's just funny, the stuff you come up with.
We did. I used to do radio talk shows.
I did too.
Yeah.
With my chicken.
Little tape recorder.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
My friend next door, Ronnie Woodbury, you met him. He came up and did the show with us one day.
Yeah, I remember that.
He would do little radio talk shows that would dissect the toilet process, the bathroom process. All right, I'm now standing on the toilet. Listen to this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's what he would do.
No. I thought you said
And-
you used to do that.
No, that was Ronnie. That was Ronnie. I didn't do that. No, that's too tacky.
You claimed it a while back,
We
kid.
made a
not.
club. All the guys in the neighborhood, we made this
Ronnie.
little club.
No, never did that.
Because this was the only time I really got to hang out with the fellas from the neighborhood. It was the summertime, because I
Yeah.
was going to school on the other side of town.
Uh-huh.
So we had this club, and everybody would come and bring like a
So half the
shawl.
year you had a white year, and then you.
Yeah, summertime was black. So, it was black time.
Okay.
Nice.
So we had this club, and we all had to pay like a little membership dues. So everybody put in like $2 or $1 a day or $2. We had this big old shoebox full of money, man. We're gonna go to Six Flags. This is when Six Flags was like $10 or $15.
You didn't get a bottle of Hennessy?
No.
Pour some
man.
out for your homie?
No. So we had this big shoebox full of money, and we set it down in the alley. And you know, the attention span of little kids
Yeah.
is like
So you lost all
that
your
long.
money.
I was the treasurer. They put me in charge.
Oh my God!
I was very responsible.
Well, you know what? Any club that makes you the treasurer gets exactly what they deserve.
Yeah.
So we're all playing like dodgeball in the alley or something with a baseball. And then all of a sudden we said, hey, let's go climb the tree. The tree is in the front yard. So we all go back to the tree. We all climb the tree. The box of money is sitting in the alley. And some little kid from another neighborhood come up the alley and stole our Six Flags money, man. It was like $60-something.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to
That's a lot of money for kids.
Yeah.
You were playing dodgeball with a baseball?
Well, we didn't have
And
a
now,
dodgeball.
one more pointless story from Big Al.
Hey, man, I was at a point.
Did you
Yeah.
guys ever have woods around your neighborhoods?
Oh, yeah. I
Anything
lived in the country.
There used to be all kinds of legends and stories about what was going on in the woods and stuff that was out in the woods.
Sorry, do a Blair Witch.
Totally. And we used to go out there and like explore and stuff. It was like the biggest deal if you found like a cow skull or something like that. And there was always a story attached to this cow
Where did
skull.
you live?
Man, this was in Virginia when I was little. And then there was always like an abandoned farmhouse or something, and you'd spend all day hanging around the abandoned farmhouse.
Yeah, but I bet you never spent the night at Sylvan Abbey Cemetery.
No, didn't do that.
Where Cecil would run around at night! The ghost of Cecil would run around at night!
Not bloody Cecil.
The ghost of Cecil!
What was wrong with Cecil? Why was he running around?
Cecil was killed by kids.
Yep.
Nasty, angry kids
Yep.
who first pummeled him with oranges. And then,
It's Florida.
yeah. I grew up in orange groves. It was all orange groves. That's what it was.
Wait a minute. They kill a man with oranges?
Yeah, Cecil
Yeah, they
lived.
beat him to a pulp.
All the kids would have orange fights. We'd go out. I mean, that's a great weapon. You just pull one off that tree and throw it. And so we'd have orange fights out there. And Cecil, I never met him because he died.
dead.
Yeah, but apparently the kids just before my generation would throw the oranges, and Cecil would stand out in his yard. And if the oranges came in his yard, he would pick them up and throw them back to the kids. And one day the kids got mad, and they all just started pummeling Cecil with the oranges. And
Killed
one of
him?
them hit him in the middle of, but right between the eyes, and killed him.
Not in the triangle of death.
Yeah, of course. Got him right in the triangle of death.
With an orange.
And Cecil was dead, and you could drive by. We'd do it in the daytime. We'd go to Sylvan Abbey Cemetery.
And you could smell the scent of oranges.
He'd been dead for 12 years. There'd be oranges on his grave. People would come by and put oranges on his grave.
Frightening. Yeah.
And Cecil used to run around and throw oranges at people in the middle of the night at Sylvan Abbey Cemetery. What a stupid horror story that is.
But you totally believe it when you're a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go out there and check it out.
Did y'all have like a...
We had a thing. We had to sleep there one night. We
Yeah.
slept on Cecil's grave one night.
Did you wake up with oranges around you?
No, nothing weird happened.
3 oranges.
It was just stupid. But you know what? Sleeping in a graveyard is pretty freaky.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
No.
It's pretty freaky.
No.
We should do that sometime.
No.
What?
There'll be plenty
Yeah,
of
let's
time.
do that.
That's pretty trippy, though.
I'm not sleeping in a cemetery with anybody.
I mean, you're laying there and you're like, this isn't bad. It's a nice night. It's kind of like camping, except for the tombstones. And,
Dead bodies 6 feet beneath our
and then you
feet.
start thinking, there's a bunch of dead people buried under here,
Yeah.
bunches of them.
Yeah. There's nothing
Ghost
fun
story,
about
And they're
that.
decaying and rotting and
The wind starts blowing.
Angry.
and
Yeah.
hate oranges.
Restless.
Yeah. And then Cecil came out and all I saw was this big baseball bat go up in the air. Summer never ended as a
But
kid.
we had a creek, and we'd all hang out at the creek
Yeah.
and go crawdad fishing.
Oh, I used to love doing that.
I mean, we couldn't afford like a fishing pole. So we
Yeah.
had like a piece of string and put
And
it on a
salt
stick.
pork?
And yeah, put like a piece of bacon on the end with a safety pin or
Did you
something.
ever have a cane pole?
Yeah, I had a bamboo
Yeah,
pole.
those were
Yeah.
cool,
Oh,
man.
A cane pole.
We had ditches. Ditches ran all through our neighborhood.
Bragger.
So we would,
Yeah.
we would slide down and so you can get the most mud caked on their butt.
Uh-huh.
And dig
Yeah, it's like
tunnels.
Survivor.
Our
through it.
mother loved that
Did
one.
your own immunity challenge, huh?
And we'd fight our red pinchers and our blue pinchers in the wagon with water.
Oh yeah.
Those crawfish.
I remember I moved away to California, and I was having a talk with some buddies. I was about to go home for the first time in a few years, and I said, yeah, we used to ride our bikes down this huge hill, like, huge daredevils. And I went back, and I drove past the huge hill, and it's a tiny little bit, so you can't even tell which way the hill goes. The hill.
Hey, but when you're 10 or 11, that hill's huge,
Oh, I know.
man.
Yeah,
I know.
it is.
That was all you could do to get up to the top of that thing and stand at the summit. And the street's called Hillcrest. It's got to be a big hill.
Yeah. You have a skateboard and try and go down the hill, and the skateboard starts wiggling, going like this, and you're
Man,
falling.
that's the best. Going
I
to
want to
Mc-
be a kid again.
going to McDonald's when you have no money. Just go in there.
Just go. Go
Just
to the
hanging
mall.
out.
And you look around on the ground for money and stuff.
Or you take that trip that's just a little bit further than where your mother tells you can go.
Oh, yeah. That's
You
a
know,
good
your
feeling.
Mother said you can go a mile. I'm going to go a mile and a half.
That's
Did
good
y'all,
feeling.
did y'all used to collect Coke bottles and redeem them?
Oh, you kidding me? Of course.
You don't do that anymore. Nobody does it anymore. We redeem Coke. We'd go to
never
all of
did
our
that.
neighbors' houses. You save any Coke bottles? And they'd save all the Coke bottles for the kids.
Yeah, 5 cents.
We'd go up to the store and we'd go buy a piece of candy. Now how much money do we have left? You go get another piece of candy. Now how much money do we have left? You keep going back 20 times.
Kids get very cavalier about it too, because you know you're out looking for bottles. First you go to your family and get all their bottles, then you go next door get all their bottles. You go to all the neighbors get all their bottles, and after a while you become very cavalier about it. And you see somebody drinking a Pepsi, and you're like, "Can I wait till you're done and have your bottle?" Do that all the time.
Done with that?
We would take paper. I couldn't take bottles. I used to have a paper route. And so we go to the paper recycling place. It was way down on Singleton, and my dad is always way too busy to take me down there. So I'd have a rack on the back of my bike, and I have my little paper, the bags I put my newspapers in. And I take my papers all the way down on Singleton in West Dallas from Oak Cliff.
Uh-huh.
Drove my bike all the way down. I'm going to get me some money. Go down there and get like $2. I mean, just no money for those papers, man.
Here's Big Al's pointless story of the day.
Just chiming in.
Do you find when you're at a table, like in a restaurant or whatever, and people are telling stories, that you tend to tell more stories than anybody else at the table?
No, well, yeah, I guess.
He just loves his life.
I hear myself talk.
You must be a happy man.